Alright, hey guys, most of you probably have never even heard my voice before, but this is Rogue Rebel, and today I'm just going to run through what Aimbooster is. Now, Aimbooster is pretty much a website that allows you to focus on your aim and stuff. People use it for games like League of Legends or maybe CSGO. I started using this last year when I got into RCO, and I got sort of better using it. It really depends because certain modes are not going to help with your aim, because Roblox gunfighting is where you hold down the mouse and drag it around based on where your opponent is. But anyways, I'm just going to introduce you to this. So as you can see from the top, you go to www.aimbooster.com. Alright, there it is. Actually, yeah, I remember you guys can't see that since I have this window up, but here we are, and then they have different modes. What challenge mode is that is basically the mode where there is no time limit, but you are allowed to try and survive for as long as you can, and over time there's going to be targets that come up and it's going to accelerate faster. There's going to be more targets per second, all of that. But I'm going to start with training because that's where we want to go first. So here you see in training there's about 9 different options. It's like auto balanced. They have various different other things you can manipulate. But I'm going to start with a simple one, speed. Speed is pretty much training for challenge itself. You could enable like targets per second, lives, grid size, any of that. I'm just going to give you a demonstration of what the actual mode is like. So as you can see here, there's targets that are going to pop up on your screen, and you're going to want to try and move your mouse around so you can hit all of it on time. The goal is to try and not let a target escape. As you can see, once you let 3 of them go away without hitting it, it's over, and then it'll give you like a report of how you did, like accuracy or total time. Alright, that's speed. You can manipulate a bunch of the different options, like misclick. If you don't click on target, then you'll lose a life and all of that. We're going to move on to precision. This is what I use for raw aim. And raw aim is pretty much just aiming at a target. See what is the smallest distance you could tap on it. I don't really know how to explain this. It's pretty much just precision, accuracy. So based on the size of the dot, it's like the radius of which you could hit a target or something. I'll demonstrate for you guys. I'm holding down the T button because I'm using push to talk, so I might not do so well, but here's a few examples. Just give me a moment. Okay, and as you can see from that, from the bottom you can see that you could press escape to escape the actual game mode, and then you could go see all your different results here. Like average reaction time is 700 something milliseconds. Targets hit is about 81%. In order to improve, I always suggest you guys try to make it better over time, or just get the percentage as close to 100 as possible, although it doesn't necessarily need to be perfect. We're going to go to double shot now. This is another mode I like because it has 2 targets that pop up in 1 second, and it allows you to train to move from one target to the other. So if you're practicing gunfighting game, the opponent was going to move from one distance to another. This is going to allow you to readjust your aim and pinpoint where your opponent's going to move next. So this is good prediction training. And as you can see, you only get points if you hit both of them. And then here's some different options up here. I'm just going to ignore this for a second. There shows the time, the accuracy, the targets, and the percentage of which you hit. So yeah, as you can see, this mode has a bunch of different, the targets spawn at different distances. You could just like the time that they stay, or whatever you say. Sniping is another great one for predictability. This is where the targets move around. Sometimes they get bigger, sometimes they bounce off walls. Kind of like how people move around in Roblox gunfighting. So let's give this a try. As you can see, that was not very easy. That was kind of bad on my part. Let's see again. Okay, so you guys get the main idea of what's going on there. Just to introduce you guys to some other modes, don't try Twitch. Twitch is not going to help you whatsoever. It's pretty much like just a very simple mode of hitting stuff, targets. It's not even that great. Reaction doesn't help either. It's just pressing the same thing over and over. See how fast you can react. It doesn't really matter. Auto balance is good if you don't know what target size or duration you want in the other modes. This is going to auto adjust based on how well you do over time. So let's see, targets duration. See, every time I hit it, it's gonna go down, as you can see from the background. Here, if I don't hit it, then it's gonna go back up pretty drastically. So you get that. Challenge mode, I wouldn't recommend any except tracking and wax per target. Now, tracking's a little weird because you have one target going, and then it's not gonna like disappear. You just have to like track it. So what I suggest is like pressing your mouse down on it once and then just dragging it for as long as it goes. It kind of mimics what I said earlier about predictability in Roblox gunfighting. So that's that. And once you get comfortable enough, you could go with the challenge. I'm going to demonstrate it for about 30 seconds. My best time is like 1 minute 30. It gets pretty tough, and I think the world record's like 4 minutes. So let's see. So notice as I continue playing that the statistics on top, they're going to increase in difficulty. Like the targets per second is already going up based on how many I clicked so far. And then as you can see in the background, it has the time plus the number of lives you have. Also shows your frames per second up here. Mine's a little over actually right now. And yeah, pretty much it gets hard, but if you could survive at least a minute, then that's pretty good already. So I just ruined my 100% accuracy. Let's see if I can save this. Nope, I just barely reached a minute by letting the last two targets go. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is just a quick run through of Aimbooster, and I'm sorry if I sound annoying. I'm kind of sick lately, so yeah.